time out with B. My name is Blessing Olua from Liar. In case this is the first time you're seeing me on your screen, and on this channel we talk about everything self-development. In the spirit of personal development, today I'm going to be sharing 8 skills to help you have a great life. And these 8 skills are skills that I would say are very difficult to learn, but you would have the highest return. Like you will see it play out every time in your adult life. One skill is communication skill. Like the communication skill is so important. It's so important in our adult life. Like we cannot just do without communicating, either communicating with your partner, communicating with your colleague, communicating with your boss, with your friends, people you've not met, people you've met, with your parents, with people higher up, with people down. We need to learn to communicate, and that also includes speaking up when it matters. Because if you do not speak up for yourself, no one will give you the platform. You have to make your voice clear and loud, like loud and clear, because this in this generation there are several people speaking at the same time, and for them to hear you, you have to be intentional about speaking up. You have to learn communication, and you have to speak loud and clear. The second skill that will take us far in life that we need to learn, but it's very hard, is honesty. It's not the kind of honesty I'm telling you, finally we should all be honest, that is the basic thing in life, but it's honesty with yourself. You have to develop honesty with yourself. You have to be sincere. Sometimes you just wish and dream and have goals and all of that, and deep inside your heart you know that you're not prepared for that goal. You know that you're not qualified for the thing, and you're still deceiving yourself. Be bold enough to be honest with yourself. If you want to go high in life, if you want to go far, if you want to live an authentic life, live life to the fullest, have a fulfilled life, you have to be honest. Start getting comfortable being honest with yourself. Don't forget that being honest with yourself doesn't mean you shouldn't believe in yourself. So as much as you're being honest with yourself, also believe in yourself. Skill 3 that we have to learn is embracing minimalism. I think I'm going to do a whole video on this. I'm a believer in little is more, like small is more. I know you've heard of minimalism lifestyle. Now I'm saying that beyond just the lifestyle, embrace minimalism in your work ethic, in your productivity. You do not have to have 10 to-do lists or 101 thing you have to do in order to be productive. Do more by doing less. So I know it's a very hard skill to learn, but it would pay off at the long run. Embracing minimalism, it just decluster your life, your work. It just make sure you're very simple. Approach life from a very simple perspective. I am learning to do that. I love having little and not so much, something I can manage, but I'm thinking that it's beyond just the lifestyle of minimalism, is now to every walk of life. Take life one step at a time. Decluster your life, decluster your schedule, your calendar. Don't overcommit. Don't live the stress life. I know we've talked about business mentality, so don't always put yourself in a way where you're like, I'm busy, my schedule is packed. It doesn't make you more productive when your schedule is packed. When you're traveling far, one of the best advice anyone will give you is pack little. I think I read a book similar to that. I can't remember. It's like Travel Light. Yeah, so something around that time, to travel light. And that is when I realized that life actually is don't carry so much, and that skill would help you, because life is a very long journey, and you don't have to overload yourself. Yes, I get the English. You don't have to overload yourself with a lot of things. So make sure you travel light, embrace minimalism throughout your lifetime. Skill number 4 is vulnerability. This is hard for so many people, especially adults. It's hard for us to be vulnerable, and I'm not saying go to social media and air your dirty life outside, but have it at the back of your mind that you do not have to always be perfect. You can make mistakes, be vulnerable to accept it, to learn from someone younger, for you to reach out for help, for you to admit that you're wrong, for you to be honest with yourself, which was my second point. It is vulnerability. Fifth skill is have great intrapersonal relationship. I didn't say inter, I said intrapersonal relationship, and this is the most important skill you can ever develop to have the best life, and it will pay off at the long run. Have good relationship with yourself. We speak every day to people. We read so many books, on how to relate with people, how to make friends. We read a lot of books on interpersonal relationship, but we read very little book on intrapersonal relationship. So what relationship do you have with yourself? How do you communicate with yourself? How do you love yourself? How do you look at your past and look at your future? Have you made peace with your past? Do you honor yourself? It's so easy to say, oh, honor this person, honor that person, honor that person. No one tells you honor yourself, love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself and you're loving me, that is hypocrisy. So have great if you have a great intrapersonal relationship, that is when you eat healthy food, that is when you take sleep, that is when you don't put other people's need ahead of you. Skill number 6 is listen, like listening skill. Some things we would have avoided. There are some drama would have avoided if we can just listen beyond what people are saying, to their body language, their eye contact, all of those non-verbal communications. We need to acquire listening skills. It's one of those skills that will help us in life, because we will see ourselves in boardrooms, we will pitch our idea, and people, investors and business partners will say things, but you need the ability to hear beyond what the person is verbally communicating. You need the ability to hear what the person is not communicating. And we will be in relationship, we will be speaking with our partners, and we will be speaking with our children, and so in different walks of life, people are constantly saying things, but they are not communicating it verbally. The 7th skill is consistency. Oh God, this is one thing I learned before I joined YouTube. Every beginner YouTube, how to start your YouTube, tips to start your YouTube, in everything, one thing that kept coming over and over again in all of those tips is consistency. And I think it's beyond just your craft. It transcends over every facet of our life. We need to be consistent. The last point, the skill we need in order to live our best life and that will pay in the long run, is what I would call life smart. I actually wanted to do 8 points, but when I got to the 7th point, I couldn't think of any other skill we need to learn. I know there are several other skills, but I didn't want to be a cliche or say the same thing everybody had said. So I was thinking, what should be my last skill? And it came to my mind that we need to be life smart. Being life smart is having the ability to assess situation and then take action accordingly. That means in life, there are some things, situations that will be presented to us that what we've read in book would not solve it. What we've been taught in school would not help us. Our parents never prepared us for it. And you just talk. You need to be life smart in order to navigate those situations. We need to be smart, like think on our feet and act accordingly. And that takes a lot of reading and a lot of learning from other people's experience, and above all, it takes spiritual smartness, like the Holy Spirit in us, to inspire us, to give us wisdom in some certain life issues. Those are the skills that have accumulated together that I think when we have, or when we develop these skills in our life, we will not just live the best life, but in the long run, we would live a fulfilling life. If you want to the end, drop a heart emoji for me in the comment section. I just want to know if people usually watch this video today. Thank you so much for watching, and so many other good, beautiful, and interesting topics is coming your way. So hit the subscribe button and click on the notification